Howdy, everybody. Thanks so much for sticking with us right here on KUAM TV or on social media. We appreciate you watching. I'm Jason Salas, and tonight we will be talking about Sipshops, a wonderful workshop for siblings of children that have special needs. It's a very, very delicate situation, but something that's very, very important and something that needs to be talked about in our island community. And of course, the benefit herein is the networking. So Leon Rohr is here, and she is the organizer, coordinator, facilitator, administrator.
Yeah, you named it all.
Yeah.
Actually, for Parents Empowering Parents, I'm the executive director and one of the founding members, and we are the group that's going to be holding Sipshops on Guam. We just got trained, myself and my daughter, who is a sibling of children with disabilities, because I do have two boys with autism. And we are back. We just got back from our training, and we are holding our first Sipshop, ready to go.
Okay, so to contextualize, like when we say siblings of children with special needs these days is obviously very, very broadly defined and everything like that. So can you provide like a parameters for how
absolutely.
That's
defined? So Sipshop specifically, which was created by Don Meyer, the ones that we are using and we've been trained in, is for all needs. So we're talking mental health, we're talking physical disabilities, the emotional behavioral disabilities. So all the siblings that fall under, that have a person in the family, a brother or sister with any of those special needs areas are invited to be a part of this workshop. So Sipshops specifically, it's an ongoing session. So we meet with the kids on a kind of a regular basis, and they're fun, they're exciting, they're kind of high energy, and but it allows the kids to come in and make friends, have some peer support, because one of the biggest things is, as parents, we have to adjust to having a child with a disability. But so do our kids, our other kids, and that's the hard part.
There's a lot of empathy, because of, like I mentioned, networking at the top of the segment, but many hands make like work, obviously, and and children knowing that there are other people in the world that are going through the same experiences that they are going through, it makes the learning easier. And
yes, and that is key, that they need to know that they're not alone. One of the biggest points that Don Meyer, the creator, brought up, and that it kind of hits you smack in the face, is the siblings, the brothers and sisters, are going to be with that child, that person, longer than us as parents.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty scary thought, right?
It's so obvious, but
but we don't think about it.
When you articulate it, it's pretty heavy when like when it hits you. And just obvious, another truism is that the love between the siblings is without question and everything like that. But as a young child whose mind and whose peer pressure is still developing and everything like that, they may not know how to appropriately
handle it, how to cope. So that is a big issue, because even the parents have trouble coping, handling, and accepting. So of course, what about that little child who has less to deal, less to process it with, less information, less experience, and it's not always good. They don't always have empathy and understand it, and they do handle it in different ways, and they have different responses. So one of the things with Sipshop, just like with the parents, sometimes they're not positive, sometimes they're not accepting, and because they don't know how to deal with it. So that's where these sibling workshops come in, that we do have to pay attention to that piece, the brother and sister sibling piece, and because they're struggling just as much as us parents. And because it is such a big change of life, mentally, emotionally, when you do have a child with a special needs. Sometimes the parents are so busy trying to take care of the child with special needs, and sometimes these special needs are serious medical health needs. So you can imagine the amount of time and energy and emotional energy that it takes to just take care of that child, but then we still have our other kids.
There's quite a lot of psychology at play here.
Yeah.
For the child and for the parent. Are you finding, Leon, is it more or less difficult, I guess it can go either way, whether the sibling of the child with special needs is younger than that child or is older?
Oh, I can't say for sure, but I can tell you that PEP, we're now in our third year, and we do get the phone calls, and we literally I've had parents say, you guys need to do something for the siblings. You need to do something for the brothers and sisters because they're having a hard time. And not only are they having a hard time with their dealing with the disability and the peer pressure, like you say, or how do I, you know, my brother or sister's in the same school as I am, things like that, but also
kids just want to be kids.
Yeah. And the parents are having a hard time when one sibling says, oh, but you pay attention to him too much, you don't see me. You know, you get comments like that from a young child, it'll knock you over because you're not even thinking of that.
And that is a completely natural reaction on the part of the child.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and you know, just to reiterate, this is a national framework that has been developed and refined, and, and you're introducing
international.
Yes, international framework. Thank you.
They've been in Japan for 10 years. We just came back from the workshop, which was in Bellevue, Washington, and we actually met the Japan entourage that was there. They were there. It was the 25th anniversary for Sipshop, so they were there. There's Australia. We had a whole international group that was in our facilitator training. And so it was nice to see that too, that everybody, we're all dealing with this. We're all trying to figure it out. And we're all trying to find better ways to take care of our community, our kids, our families. So.
Well, this is absolutely fascinating. I want to talk about it some more. So please stay tuned, and please stay tuned, everybody there, because when we come back, we will tell you how you can get involved in this wonderful workshop when we come back on Fiesta Friday.